Hi, my name is Helene Segura. I am a certified professional organizer and owner of LivingOrder San Antonio. I'm also on the team of experts at clutterdiet.com. Today we're going to talk about how to plan for and pack for travel. The following packing tips are based on my personal philosophy of packing light. As a professional organizer, I hate wasting time. I want to be as efficient as possible, so I do not like waiting in airports for an hour to get my luggage. I also do not like waiting 24 hours to get my lost luggage, so that's why I try to pack as light as possible. One of the most important travel items to have is either a money belt or a neck wallet. The purpose of these is to keep your passport and your currency safe underneath your clothing and away from thieves. Something that you want to check on packing-wise is the baggage allowance from the airlines. Most airlines do allow one personal bag plus one carry-on as well as checked luggage. In your personal bag, you want to put in there anything that you would hate to lose. So this can include your electronics, your camera equipment, your chargers and your adapters, your personals, your liquids, your medicines, and an extra set of clothes for one day. The reason why you want to have all of this in just one bag is in case the airline is full, they've got a full flight, and they for whatever reason need to check in your carry-on, you have all of these important items with you in your bag and there's no way that they can get lost. If your carry-on is checked, you will have a set of clothes for one more day just in case your bag gets lost. You will have your medicines with you, and it's very important to bring your over-the-counter medicines and your prescriptions because it's very difficult to get medicines overseas. So have your allergy medicines, your stomach medicines, anti-diarrhea, antibiotics, have all of those with you in one container. All of your liquids need to fit into one plastic bag, and each of these containers can hold no more than 3 ounces. And to check the latest requirements, be sure to go to tsa.gov. Now, there is enough here for somebody to get through 4 weeks of vacation, except for the toothpaste, the soap, and the shampoo. Small samples are in here because when you get to your destination, you can always buy larger containers. All of the camera equipment will be kept together so that way all the electronics are batched. Security services will usually check electronics so that way they are all together in one spot. As far as carrying adapters and converters, you want to check the back of your electronic equipment. Most modern electronics today can handle 220 current. So if you look at the back, this one says 100 to 240 volts. So this will be fine overseas without a currency converter, but it will need an adapter because many of the plugs overseas are different. Something else that you need to look into, especially if you're traveling with a laptop, is a surge protector to protect you from any sudden surges. This is a battery charger, so this is used for batteries for digital cameras. This can be either plugged into a wall using one of the converters, or it can be plugged into a USB port. All of this will fit inside the day bag. So it's very important to keep it small to make sure everything is compact and that everything that's important to you will fit inside this bag. My travel philosophy is to travel as light as possible, so that's why I limit my luggage to one personal bag and one carry-on. My carry-on will fit enough clothes for 7 days, and I'll show you how to pack lightly in just a moment. And another thing to remember is that packing includes how you're going to dress on the day of the trip. If you have connecting flights, the last thing you want to wear would be flip-flops or 5-inch spike heels because you never know when you'll have only 4 minutes to get from one terminal to another in time to make your flight, and they do not hold planes for anybody anymore. This is my carry-on suitcase that I use for all of my business and my leisure travel. This does fit all the requirements for baggage allowances, so I've checked with all of the airlines. It's also large enough to hold 7 days worth of clothing. Now, just in case my carry-on needs to get checked because of a full flight or if I end up on a small plane, I have a colorful marker on the outside of the suitcase so that way I can find it easily as it's going through baggage claim. Something I do is also put in a business card. So if the luggage gets lost and somebody needs to contact me, they have my information there. And I put my first hotel's information on the back side, so if they cannot get a hold of me at my number, they can call the hotel and have the luggage delivered. I include a copy of my travel documents, including my passport, so in case my passport gets stolen, I can go to the U.S. Embassy with a copy of my passport to prove that I'm a citizen and get help. I carry a travel journal because I like to document the places that I go to, as well as favorite restaurants and worst restaurants in the world. To get 7 days worth of clothing into my suitcase, I do roll my clothes. Now obviously I do not roll a business suit or any kind of formal attire, and so if I'm going to bring those, I just simply pack less of the regular clothing. With my clothes, I try to look for the wicking symbol or the wicking word on a tag. Wicking is very helpful because it keeps your clothes drier as you travel. Now, since I carry a lighter load of clothes and I might be gone for longer than 7 days, I make sure that my clothes are labeled with a Sharpie rub-a-dub marker with my initials because I do take them to laundry service. So while I'm out on a tour, my clothes are being done and I can come back to the hotel with very clean clothes. For my active trips, I always make sure that I carry a wide brim hat, so it protects me from the sun and it's also water repellent. This is also collapsible, so that way it can fit into my suitcase. On winter trips, I try to look for clothing such as Under Armour because it's very thin, easy to roll, and easy to fit into a suitcase, and it takes up much less room than a thick sweater. And if I'm going somewhere where I know there's going to be a lot of rain, I make sure that I pack a waterproof jacket, something that can be rolled into the suitcase, or it can be carried on the plane with me and it does not count against the baggage allowance. Hopefully these tips will help you pack lighter and travel a lot more easily, whether you're staying here in the US or going overseas. Enjoy your travels!